tell us what it was that happened.
Well, Jodi was working at the time at a restaurant in Wairika called Casa Ramos, and my family and I went in for dinner that night, and Jodi was our waitress. And this was 2 days after she had made her gruesome killing spree trip back from Arizona.
So 48 hours, hang on, Kelly, 48 hours after she slaughtered Travis Alexander, she goes back to Wairika, picks up at her father's restaurant, it's her father's restaurant, and starts serving people like no big deal?
No, this restaurant actually is not her family restaurant. This restaurant was a restaurant there that she worked at.
And by the way, the rest of my panel, if you guys have any questions for Kelly, please speak up and ask me. I want to ask Kelly first, though, was Jodi different than the other kids? I understand you knew all the other family members. Was she different in any way? Did she have an Einsteinian IQ, like we're led to believe?
You know, I didn't know Jodi as a young child because Jodi and her family had moved into the area later, like when Jodi was in like junior high, middle school. And then she, you know, obviously went through the first couple of years of high school there, and then had moved away.
But Kelly, I'm going to interrupt you. Was she as an exceptional student? Was she brilliant? Was she setting herself, you know, setting the intellectual landscape afire?
No, as far as I knew, she never even showed up to class.
Okay, fair enough. Mark, you had a question for Kelly?
I do, Kelly. La Violette testified today and absolutely blew me away when she said that she found no history of lying with Jodi, but did find a history of lying with Travis. I don't believe that LeBron just picked up a ball at 18 and joined the NBA. There was some practicing along the way. I'm wondering if you can somehow tell us about her history of lying that I think probably does exist, but somehow missed the radar from this defense witness.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what she was talking about. As far as I can tell, any time that Jodi's mouth is moving, I pretty much think that it's a lie coming out.
In the past?
I think, is that something you know from when you saw her in high school and beyond?
I didn't personally go to school with her. I'm older than she is.
No, Kelly,
However,
stay with us here, my dear. Kelly,
yes.
I'm sorry. We're just asking a direct question. Did you know her? Did people around town in Wairika know her to be a liar? Yes or no?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Mark, was that more the way you want Martinez to be conducting himself?
That was brilliant, Drew. That is how you do effective cross-examination. Bravo.
I appreciate
Good.
that.
Well done.
I'm done. Lauren, did you have a question?
Job.
Do you have a question, Lauren?
Well, it was similar to what you just asked, Dr. Drew. I wanted to get a consensus of what was the rumor mill about this girl? What was the general consensus in the community? Is it
Great
stay
question.
away from her? Or is it like, oh, well, she's a pretty girl, were men trying to get to know her regularly? Or
there you go.
She like plague?
Kelly.
I personally have a good friend of mine who was actually a co-waitress with her off and on for 6 years. And she specifically stated that every time she thought she wasn't looking at her, she was sizing my friend up and down with eerie, eerie looks.
We hear eerie a lot when it comes to her.
We've heard that over and over again, Kelly. We keep hearing that she would look vacant in the eyes, she would mirror what you were doing, she seemed to be searching for an identity, and she would look people over in ways that made them all very uncomfortable. Cheryl, you want to surmise what that was?
Well, Kelly, I was just wondering, you know, when you've known someone since junior high, you can look at them and kind of see their face as a kid. And what was it like for you to be in a restaurant and to discover later that it was so soon after she committed this horrible murder and that she was acting normal? What was that like?
I don't think it was normal per se. I think it was just her, and I really do think that when she would look at people and look at us, she was not looking at us, but looking through us.
Again, that is the stuff we... Yes, Mark, go ahead. We've heard that again. Go ahead.
More significant than acting as a waitress, which I can't get over, is that she went to Ryan Burns' house and was sucking face with him within 24 hours, still in the fog after killing
That's
Travis.
true.
That gets me more
Yes,
than
and-
her being able to order, take
Listen,
orders.